It's Week 8 of the NFL, and this one features Josh Jacobs. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Raiders and the Lions on Monday Night Prime Time.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
DeAndre Carter returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G. Last year, when he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. But Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
Our first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
I'll look that up later. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another 1st down on a gain of 12. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. But just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Williams. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
You look at this Raiders defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 18-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Gibbs straight ahead. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a gain of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian Okwara in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Garoppolo now. Throw caught by Mayer. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
What's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down, that was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation.
taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Garoppolo's this throw brought in here by Mayer. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On first down, Garoppolo. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Garoppolo again. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. There he goes, left side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
11. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
65.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. 2nd down and 8. Here's Goff. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
From the gun on third down, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
Here we go.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First catch of the game for Adams, and he's got a first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Garoppolo. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jahmyr Gibbs in the Lions offense getting set once again. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 102 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
We go, 76, 76.
Back to throw, Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Goff on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Goff now looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Gone. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The pass taken in by Mayer. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's not time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Williams to return. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Robert Spillane, ex of the Steelers, is there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Great run by Gibbs, a surprise move by being picked so early in the draft. But the Lions knew when they had the chance to add a playmaker like him, they absolutely couldn't pass him up.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll try the air now with Goff. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Goff now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Touchdown! Jesper Horsted. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 22.
They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Goff going to keep it himself.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Offense.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
And off down to Gibbs.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Robert Spillane able to bring him down. And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Throwing on second and long. Goff.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The Lions on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and a mile. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And Gibbs has it.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. To throw on second down is gone. And he's going to be brought down. Back
back at his own 6-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
What's that?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete to Adams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes.
Touchdown! Michael Mayer, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Pushes past him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out. I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you don't even call cadence. Just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them, and the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, here's Goff. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing on third, Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jameson Williams
With his second touchdown of the night.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10.
At their own 21. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. 50 move. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Garoppolo. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So out now come the Lions.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? and he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And now the ball's out, fouled near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down to about the 22 here.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go, here we go,
Here's 1st and goal. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return, Williams. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 7. A little over 30 seconds remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Now it's Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
Now Goff.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Raiders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is. Ends up throwing the interception.
Here we go.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that?